Bhagavan Krishna, and on behalf of Sam, Prasad, and the entire family, and all of the hard-working members of the Sri Ram Mandir, we welcome you to this 21 nights of Gyaan Yagna. I'm not sure which night we're in, maybe 17 or 16? 14. 14 night. For those of you who were here last night, you were very privileged to listen to one of our learned Vyasas, Pandit Roopnauth Sharma, who read from the Ramcharitmanas. My readings tonight will be taken from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, but before I proceed with my readings, there is some more programming content that I'll let Mani continue it, and then we'll be leading into our Katha. Thank you.
Thank you, Panditji. Well, how fitting. It's your twin daughters. Shivi and Vanna Sharma, and they're going to get right into it. Thank you so much.
Before I start, I wanted to wish Uncle Sam a very happy birthday, and I'd like to thank you for holding this Yagna with us. The song that I'm going to sing, I sang a while ago, and Uncle Sam was surprised. Actually, he said it was one of his favorites, and it's by Rajan Sajan Mishra. So I will hope you enjoy it.
जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर करुणा कर करतार हरे जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर करुणा कर करतार हरे जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर करुणा कर करतार हरे जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर करुणा कर करतार हरे जय कैलाशी जय अविनाशी सुखदासी सुखकार हरे जय कैलाशी जय अविनाशी सुखदासी सुखकार हरे जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर करुणा कर करतार हरे जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर करुणा कर करतार हरे जय शशि शेखर जय डमरूधर 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 जय जय प्रेमाकार हरे जय जय प्रेमाकार हरे जय शशि शेखर जय डमरूधर जय जय प्रेमाकार हरे जय त्रिपुरारी जय मनहारी गणपति शिव विश्वनाथ जय मृत्युंजय अविकार हरे जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर करुणा कर करतार हरे जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर करुणा कर करतार हरे जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर करुणा कर करतार हरे करुणा कर करतार हरे करुणा कर करतार हरे। बजुरा दे गोविंद गोपाला बजुरा दे गोविंद नंदलाला बजुरा दे गोविंद गोपाला बजुरा दे गोविंद नंदलाला गोविंद गोपाला बजुरा दे गोविंद नंदलाला बजुरा दे गोविंद गोपाला बजुरा दे गोविंद नंदलाला बजुरा दे गोविंद गोपाला बजुरा दे गोविंद नंदलाला बजो मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला बजुरा दे गोविंद गोपाला बजो मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला बजुरा दे गोविंद गोपाला बजो मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला बजुरा दे गोविंद गोपाला बजो मुरली राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे राधे श्याम 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 राधे राधे श्याम 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 राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे 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 कृष्ण 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 राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे 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 कृष्ण 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 राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे।
Thank you so much. Shivi and Vanna. You know, Shivi and Vanna are well trained in the art of singing, a discipline they excel in, and they're so wonderful together. Please, another big round of applause for them, please. Thank you so much. The next item is Pandit Sunil.
Pandit Sunil is one of our youngest Pandits in the Mandir. He's been with us for approximately 1 year now. Yadi Sundar Awaz hai. He's a very, very beautiful voice and sings with tremendous devotion. I'm sure you'll enjoy him. Please give him a big hand, please.
Oh. राधे तेरे नाम दी एक माला ले बना रखा बिच संदूक दे ते वो कदे भी न मैली हो। बोली राधा वर कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय हो। अपनी वाणी में अपनी वाणी में अमृत घोल 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 अपनी वाणी में अमृत घोल ओ रसना राधे राधे बोल ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल
ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल
ये बोल पड़े अनमोल ये बोल पड़े अनमोल ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल
ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल
अपनी बाणी में अमृत घोल, अपनी बाणी में अमृत घोल, ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल,
ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल।
राधा जी बरसाने वाली, राधा जी वृषभानु दुलारी, राधा जी बरसाने वाली, राधा जी वृषभानु दुलारी। दो अक्षर आधार जगत के, दो अक्षर आधार जगत के, ये अक्षर अनमोल, ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल,
ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल।
अपनी बाणी में अमृत घोल, अपनी बाणी में अमृत घोल, ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल,
ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल।
राधा जी महारास रचावे, राधा जी नंद लाल नचावे, राधा जी महारास रचावे, राधा जी नंद लाल नचावे। इस छवि को भर के नैनन में, इस छवि को भर के नैनन में, नैनन के पट खोल, ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल,
ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल।
अपनी बाणी में अमृत घोल, अपनी बाणी में अमृत घोल, ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल,
ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल।
बिन राधा नहीं सजे बिहारी, बिन राधा नहीं मिले बिहारी, बिन राधा नहीं सजे बिहारी, बिन राधा नहीं मिले बिहारी। इन चरणों को पकड़ ले बंदे, इन चरणों को पकड़ ले बंदे, फिर दुनिया में डोल, ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल,
ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल।
अपनी बाणी में अमृत घोल, अपनी बाणी में अमृत घोल, ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल,
ओ रसना
राधे राधे बोल।
श्री वृंदावन में राधे, श्री वृंदावन में राधे, श्री यमुना तट पे राधे, श्री वृंदावन में राधे, श्री यमुना तट में राधे, श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री श्री राधे श्री राधे। जय राधे राधे, 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 जय राधे राधे। अपनी बाणी में अमृत घोल, ओ रसना राधे राधे बोल, ओ रसना बोल, ओ रसना राधे राधे बोल। राधावर कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय।
Let me once again take this opportunity to welcome you to this evening's Gyaan Yagna. I want to request everyone to join with me in a little bit of exercise before I proceed reading. Wherever you are seated, try to sit upright if you can. If you're seated on the chairs, on the ground, sit upright. And sitting upright meaning your back must be at a right angle with your seat. Sit straight. Everybody, and smile. Relax. We'll be taking the lights off, so you'll not be conscious of anyone looking at you. We are going to participate in a bit of pranayam and meditation, approximately 2 minutes. I beg your indulgence. For those of you who are not familiar with this, please follow my instructions. Thumb and forefingers must be touching like this. Back of the palms resting on the knees. Back of the palms resting on the knees. Relax the body. Let our thoughts flow. Together we should breathe in and out 6 times. Slowly we shall breathe in and slowly we shall breathe out. In the process of breathing out, we shall chant Om. All together in. Om. Together, let us chant the Panch Akshar mantra. The syllables are Na, Ma, Shi, Va, Ya. Always begin with Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo, everyone. Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo. Om Namah Shivaya. Let us join together in chanting the Trambakam mantra 3 times, please. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandanat Mrityor Mokshe मामृताद्येयो त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनात् मृत्योर्मोक्षे मामृताद्येयो त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनात् मृत्योर्मोक्षे मामृताद्येयो नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय. Maintaining the same posture, let us meditate silently. One methodology for meditating is to take an image in our minds, an image of the Divine Lord, whatever image we perceive the Lord to be. Focus upon that image and call the name. If we cannot identify with a particular form or image, I suggest you look at the altar. The first murti is Ganesh. In front of Ganeshji, there's a very low lit lamp. Take a picture of that light in your mind. Focus upon that light and chant Om Namah Shivaya silently as you meditate.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभयक्ष कृपासिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो Krishna
Bhagavan ki jai. The meditation on pranayam was intended to help us to compose our mental state. Like in anything in life, when we are about to engage ourselves in activities, it is important that mentally and physically and spiritually we are in tune to that activity. Tan or man or pan. Body and mind must be in tune to what is about to happen. I will have many questions for you tonight because this is going to be an interactive session. I will ask you questions, you will give me answers, and we will have a dialogue, but it will be guided by readings from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. My first question is this. I know, I see all of you are here physically. All those who are here, put your hands up, please. You and me, put your hands up if you're here. Some of you are not sure. Put your hands up. Put your hands very high up if you're here. Now take your hands and touch your shoulder. You feel your body? Now we know that's here. Question, is the mind here? Some of your minds are still home actually. Some of you are in the kitchen right now. Some of you are thinking what is going to be for dinner. Many thoughts are going on in the mind. But don't feel bad, you're normal. Because that is the nature of the human being. And the objective of composing the mind is to ensure that the mind is where we want it to be. So now all those whose minds are not here, send them a message and ask them to come. Invite your minds to be with your body right now, please. You feel your mind there? Do you know where it is? Can you identify where in your body your mind is? Where is your mind, by the way? You have one, right? No, we can't accuse you of not having a mind. So you mean you have one and you don't know where it is? Our subject tonight will be on this mind factor and how whatever we do in life, whatever status we have in society, whatever academic knowledge we have, political prowess, financial integrity, or any of these materialistic embellishments, all of it is guided by our state of mind. And our state of mind has three masters. Now, the Ramcharitmanas, Raja Dasrath had how many wives? Come on, there's a question here. How many wives? What were their names? Mary, Jane, and who? What were their names? Come on, somebody give me the names. Kausalya? Who was the bad one? Kekai? Why was she bad?
She was always looking out for herself.
He said she was always looking out for herself. She made Ram go to Banvas. Why was she the bad one? But now remember, Raja Dasrath have 3 wives, and his name is Dasrath. What does that mean? 10 chariots. Now what do you think, now we understand what are the 3 wives of Raja Dasrath, who they represent? Who do they represent? 3 things. What are the 3 things they represent? Now the people who are here regular at Ram Mandir, please don't answer. What do you think are these 3 wives represent? Kaun bolo? Who is saying that? Yes, ma? Give that wonderful ma a big round of applause. Huh? She's from industry, that's why. Auntie Bella, thank you very much. Now let's relate that to a modern day generation who are all very in tune with psychology. Now, Raja Dasrath had 3 wives, and by the way, every husband have 3 wives, and every wife have 3 husbands. Not literally. We are all driven by these 3 sets of emotions, and according to Vedanta, they're called the Tamogun, Rajogun, or Satogun. According to Sigmund Freud, they're called the id, ego, and the superego. Every human being, whether you're a saint, sage, or ordinary man, we are all affected by these three states. My katha tonight will be on how in our world that we live in, whatever we do, how these three states determine what we are doing, not what we think we are doing. Now we are here attending a yagna, and everyone is here. We are going to give everybody the credit that we are here for austerities, to give thanks to God, not because Sam invited us. Now, well, let me question, is it because Sam invited us, or we're here to give thanks to God? Don't put your hands up now, please. Just think about that. This young man said, could the answer be both? Sam invited us and we're thinking about God? True. But if Sam didn't invite us, that means we wouldn't be thinking about God now. That's the next question. So let's take that thought. And without trying to confuse you too much, let us get to chapter 17 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavan Krishna is relating to Arjuna about what is called the threefold austerities, that whereby you and I as human beings have to be conscious that what we do is guided by these factors. Briefly, we'll offer obeisance to the divine in what's called Gita Dhyanam. Om Partaya Pratibhojitam Bhagavata
Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Krititam Purana Mulina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshiniം Bhagavati Ashadashayanim Ambatmamanasandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshani
Namaskute
Vyasavishalabuddhe Purnanavindayanapatranekra Yena tvaya bharatatena purna Prajvalito Jnanamayah Pradipah
Shri Krishna
Krishnaaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah
Bhagavan Uvacha Shraddhaya Paraya Tapta Tapastadi Vinam Nare Apalakanshida Viryukto Satvikam Parichishyate Shri Krishnaya
Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah.
The Divine Lord Krishna says that the highest form of austerity, the highest form of commitment to God, is that type of commitment made with utmost shraddha. Now, someone said, Panditji, you're saying making a commitment and then have shraddha when you make this commitment. Is there a contradiction in terms? Are they two different things? Sam made a commitment to sponsor this yagna. That's one thing. Question, does he have shraddha in making this offering? The question of whether he does have shraddha or not lies in his mind. You and I are aware that he has made a sponsorship of the yagna. Right? But then he invited all of us to be part of this yagna. Now the question is, why did Sam invite all of us to be part of this yagna? He wanted to give commitment to God. He wanted to have shraddha with Bhagavan. Why does he need us? What is our purpose here? You hold your tongue for a minute, okay? What is our purpose here? Anybody? What's our purpose here? Don't be shy. You came for the food. That's okay. What else? Sam invited us. We accepted his invitation. Please do not consider this to be derogatory. This is very, very interactive, whereby we explore our own intents and get a better understanding of why we spend our time doing these things. So someone, please. Sam sent us an invitation. We are here. He made a commitment, and there's no doubt that he has Shraddha. What is the purpose of him inviting us to be here? Say, who's speaking? Put your hand up. Yes. Join him in prayers. Give her a big hand, please. Okay? Why else would he have invited us?
To share his love with God.
To share his love with God. Give her a big hand, please. Joining prayers to share his love with God. What else?
To share the blessing.
Give him a big hand, please. The first person said to pray to God, to share his love with God. And Anil said, by the way, to share in the blessings. Wow. Now there are three different things. To pray with him, to share his love for God, but more than anything else, Sam has invited us, and that is a tradition of Hinduism. Sam makes the sacrifice. You're invited for to receive the blessings of the sacrifice. That is why Hindus invite people always to their home or wherever when they have a puja, that we always say, why don't we have a private little puja? But they want to share that which comes after their sacrifice. So when we go to a yagna, we go there to receive what? The blessings. And what do we bring to the yagna? Now, how many of us grew up in a country where we used to fetch water from a well? Anybody remember that? Anybody remember? You didn't fetch water, sir? Oh, good, okay, right. Put your hands up highly. How many of you the boys used to go to the well to watch the ladies walk? Don't answer that. Especially when they have a bucket on their head. Right? When they're walking. Now, if you were going to the well to fetch water, and you took your nice big bucket, and you went and you filled it up, and when you came home, as soon as you got inside, you know, everybody have a little nani at home, or a little pua, or a little aji. Pua, nani, or aji says, you use that bucket to go to the well? Yeah. Well, that bucket nasty. And you didn't wash it. All that water you bring back is no good. How you like my Guyanese? Good? Give me a big hand, please. I don't get to practice it that often. Not in Ram Mandir, I don't get to practice it here. But then you feel, look, all of this effort you made, you went, you got the bucket, you walked all that distance, and you went all the way, and you fetched all this water, and the container was dirty. You've come all the way here. Sam has invited you to receive blessings. What do we bring? Or what we should bring? A pure mind. A mind that is so pure. Nirmal man kar de, prema tul kar de. Oh, nirmal man kar de. निर्मल मन कर दे प्रेम तुल कर दे ओ
निर्मल मन कर दे प्रेम तुल कर दे
सबकी सबल मति दे ऐसा हमको वर दे वर दे वर दे वर दे वर दे वर दे वीरवादी वर दे कविता कहते हैं, the poet is saying, Varde, 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 bless me, bless me, bless me. To who? Veena Vadini Ma Saraswati. What kind of blessings you are asking for? Nirmal man kar de. Bless me with a pure mind. Prema tul kar de. A pure mind filled with prem, love. Sabki sabal mati de. Aisa humko var de. That when I have a pure mind, filled with pure love, that all of my actions, the fruits are very sweet. What do I mean that the actions, the fruits of my actions are very sweet? There are many amongst us who have worked very hard, toiled for something they wanted, and when they got it, it didn't taste quite right. All of the effort, but we got the fruit of the effort, but we don't like the taste of it. Why? Was the mind pure? Here, Vedyas Bhagavan is explaining, and through the mouth of the Bhagavan Krishna to you and I, that this state of mind is the key to every endeavor. That is why we are told in the morning we must start with preparing the state of mind. But we live in a society whereby preparation of the state of mind is not a priority of the morning. As a matter of fact, preparation of the body is looked upon as just cleaning, washing, shaving, perfuming, combing, dressing, perfuming, lipsticking and all of that. But that is not the preparation of the body. That is the appearance of the body. But then what do we do for the preparation of the mind? How do we prep the mind? We get it out and we mold it and kind of tap it along and says, square up the mind and says, by the way, I want you to be this way today, right? I want you to be. We wash it with what?
With dough.
Wash it with the soap of Dove. So we wash it with the soap of love. So how do we prepare our minds? Anybody? Anyone here who actually gets up in the morning and says, I have to prepare my mind for today. We have to prepare for a presentation. I have to prepare to meet the client. I have to prepare the subject matter. I have to prepare this article. But am I preparing my mind for the day? If you do, put your hands up, please. One person does. 2, 3. Very good. Now, they must be crazy. Only 3 of them are doing it. The majority doesn't seem to be doing it. So the majority is not doing it. That means it's not good. Is that true? Now, we live in a society where majority rules. But majority is also driven by their state of mind. We live in what is called a democratic society, where numbers, the bigger number put their hands up, they win. I once, a couple of months ago, was invited to be the, what do you call this? The elections officer for a mandir that was having an election. And it's not the Devi Mandir, by the way. And no, this is the truth. I was there, and this is we have gone the 4th year. I have a team of people that actually go with me because I get invited to do this for other mandirs. And when I walked in, the president who was handing over responsibility made a statement as I walked in and says, we are a democratic organization, Pandit Sharma. So I just walked in and he said this. So I was stunned that he made that statement and called my name. So then when I got to the podium, I said, you know, I want to thank the gentleman for declaring that this is a democratic organization. And in Ontario, the democracy is like this, that whenever there's an election, you have the leading party and then you have an official opposition party, right? But I want to remind the gentleman that in running a mandir, there is no opposition party. That doesn't mean it's not democratic. Because in running a mandir, the democracy is, there should only be one party. So the state of the mind of you and I, when we understand democracy, we said, okay, there must be an opposition. In Canada, there has to be an official opposition, declared to be the official opposition. And what's the job of the opposition? To disagree with anything that the leading party puts in the place. Whether it's right or wrong is irrelevant. They have to exercise their right to object. In life, many of us just exercise our right to object with no reason for objecting. just because we want to be an objectionable person. And then there are those who feel that, look, we have the right to say what we want to say because we are more in numbers. So then the question is, who's right and who's wrong? And what do you end up doing? We go to court, we get a judge to tell us who's right and wrong. And then, of course, we pay a couple of lawyers to do this. I want to tell you how lawyers have the influence and how they benefit from our state of mind. By the way, my dear friend Daman is here, so no disrespect to him, right? I was privileged many times to go to Trinidad, where my wife is from, and I went to a lawyer's office. And as I was sitting, I looked up, and behind the lawyer's chair was this big picture of what they call Alstein. Is it Alstein cow? The one that's black and white. Holstein cow, right? Huh? Holstein. Anyway, a big cow. Very nice milking breast. And there are 3 people. One hole in the head, one hole in the tail, and one milking the cow. So I said, interesting picture. He says, yes, that's very interesting. I keep it there to remind people of what is. I said, well, what does it mean? Being naive. He said, well, you see, the person holding the head, he says that's his cow. The person holding the tail, he said it's his cow. And I said, who's the fellow milking the cow? He said, that's me. You want me to repeat this?
No.
Some of you didn't get the joke yet, right? I will digress and tell you about that not getting the joke story. Okay, you must, philosophy must be presented in a very jovial form. This man goes to the zoo, and he walks in, and as soon as he arrives at the door, everything in the zoo is laughing. The snake, the birds, everything. And he goes all the way to the end, and there's a donkey, and he's not laughing. Quite quiet. So the guy thought this was very odd. So the next day he goes back to the zoo. He walks inside, everybody's quiet. He gets to the end, and the donkey's laughing. So he says, hold on a minute. He goes back to the front. He says, zookeeper, listen, this is really weird. I was here yesterday. Oh yeah, I saw you. When I walked inside, everybody was laughing, but that jackass at the end wasn't laughing. And today he's laughing. He said, the jackass just got the joke. Now some of you are stifling your laughter, right? I'm sure you remember this all of your life, that Pandit Sharma talked about the jackass on this podium. But I want you to remember all the other things that I've said about your state of mind. And about how coming to the well with a clean bucket is important. And it doesn't matter how much you put in that bucket, it will all be unclean because the bucket was not clean. Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, this sattvic state of mind, that is the pure mind, engage in Shraddha with faith in activities, is definitely going to benefit bountiful from all that I have given to the world. You know, there is a Christian prayer. By the way, I'm a good Christian also. How many of us went to school in Caribbean colonial country schools? Put your hands up, please. How many of you said prayers in the morning and at lunchtime and in the evening when you went home? Now, anybody remember this prayer? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of the death, blah, blah, blah. Come on, help me say it. It's Hindu mandir, we can say anything. It's okay. Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. For the Lord is with me, thy rod and thy staff. He prepares at the table before me in the presence of my enemy. He comforts me. He anoints my head with oil, and my cup runneth over, blah, 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 blah. Do you all remember that? How many of you remember that? Put your hands up. Good. First statement. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. What does that mean? It's English. We are all in the valley of the shadow of death. We can't escape it. We can die anytime. But yet I fear no evil, because the Lord is with me, thy rod and thy staff. Translated literally, that doesn't matter who you are, death is over you all the time, but you live this world knowing that death is there, with God with you, and stand firm by rod and thy staff. But I know some people who say this prayer this way. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, because I'm the evilest person in this world. And people fear me. So everybody remember that prayer. What is the closing prayer you used to say? There's a point to this. When you used to leave school in the afternoon, what was the prayer you said? Come on. Sam, what did you say in Cummingsburg? He didn't say prayers. This night, when I lie down to sleep, I give the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I give the Lord my soul to. Does it make sense? Good. Let me tell you my version of this prayer when I used to go to school. By the way, I want you to know I was never front bench material. And there was many reasons for that. And it's not because my name was Sharma, because I had a teacher who didn't like me. That was the only reason. But in the back bench, when everybody's saying, yay, this night when I lie down to sleep, me and my cohorts, there was a team of us. This night when I lie down to sleep, I put my head between my feet. And if I should die before I wake, it'd be blasted hell to get me straight. And I thought we were very funny. I thought we were very cool. But you know what I did realize when I started getting into this philosophy business? We were very intelligent. I have met people who live in the world and like if their head is between their feet all the time and it doesn't matter what you tell them, they never get straight. So, my point, our state of mind, we can be told 100 times. We can read all the philosophy. We can listen all to the scriptures. We can come to Katha and Yagna. But if we do not make the effort to change our state of mind, everything is like my father used to say, throwing water on a duck's back. What happens when you throw water on a duck's back? It runs right off, right? I see one mother looking at a child. I tell you that, right? But because all of this activity will be running right off. Bhagavan Krishna continues to tell Arjuna in this shloka, Shri Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Satya Karmana Pujarta Tapodhabena Chayvayat Kriyate Tadikam Proktam Rajasam Salam Dhruvam Shri Krishnaya
Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Bhagavan Krishna says that austerity, that activity that is focused upon God, which is practiced with an objective of gaining something. I'm giving thanks to God because I want my son to pass his exam. I'm giving thanks to God because I'm sick and I want to feel better. I'm giving thanks to God because I want my daughter to find a good husband. I'm giving thanks to God because I want my husband to be good. I'm giving thanks to God because my wife doesn't cook good, so on and so on. He says these bartering type of austerities is exactly what it is. It's bartering. And it's built upon our tendency that we call the ego state or the Rajasic state. By the way, we're going through the motions, we're praying to God, God, da-da, 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 da-da. Here's a question. What's the difference between praying to God and complaining to God? Before you answer that question, think carefully. What do you do when you said you're praying? Are you praying or are you complaining? Or are you making declarations? Or are you asking God to say, how come this is happening? Are you questioning Him, demanding from Him, praying to Him, or saying, hey, make this happen for me? Which one is it? Don't put your hands up. Think carefully. 90% of us, God, please make my boss give me that raise, okay? And so on. We are making a request to God. And when we say pratna, pratna actually means request. But the request is, God, please continue to guide me and sustain and protect me in this world, period. He's doing everything else already. So when we are praying here, that austerity practice with objective of gaining something, whether it's honor, reverence, earthly possession, or any kind of ostentatious activity that I will get this out of it. He says that is considered rajasic, meaning it's built upon our ego. We are bartering with God. I will do this for you, you do this for me, back and forth and so on. I learned recently that God does not have a bartering department. He has what is called a giving department. Bhagwan is He Deena Bandhu, He Karna Sindhu, Sab pe daya karna. He Deena
Bandhu, He Karuna Sindhu, Sab pe daya karna.
जलाओ ज्ञान ज्योति मन में,
जलाओ ज्ञान ज्योति मन में,
प्रभु अपराध क्षमा करना।
हे दीन बंधु, हे करुणा सिंधु, सब पे दया करना, सब पे दया करना.
God is He Deena Bandhu, literally translated, oh, the friend of those who are in distress. That's what it means. Now, God is a friend of those who are in distress. Does it mean He's not a friend of those who are not in distress? It means that He's genuinely there when we're in distress. But can we guarantee that from anyone else we know that they'll be there when we're in distress? Bhagavan is साथी है. He is the only guarantee that when we're in distress, He's there all the time. But distress time, He's definitely to be there. This austerity that we talk about, that if we are going to God, and because we have a distress, and the distress here means we have a need that we want to fulfill. I want something from you, God. He will come. He says, I will come because you are sincere to me. But He's saying, that's not exactly the way to get to my heart. He says, the way that you want to get to me is not by your demands, but by your appreciation. To appreciate God. To be gratitude, to show gratitude to God. Because what else can we do but to give gratitude and appreciation to God? He's done everything for us. My time is up, and I want to conclude with this brief statement. That wherever we go, whatever we do, bear in mind that we must start off. And all of our philosophy tells us this, and we hear these bhajans quite often. Vigna harane gauri ke nandan, sumiri sada sukhdai re. वेद पुराण कथा से पहले जो सुमिरे सुखदाई रे. Vignaharan. Vigna means obstacles, challenges, difficulties. Vignaharan Gauri ke Nandan Sumiri Sada Sukhadai re. When we sing your praises with a focused mind, Sukh, happiness, dawns. Veda Purana Katha se pehle, all of the scripture says, first thing you must do is focus your mind. That is why Ganesh ji is in front. Prathama Dhyana Ganapati Dev, meaning bring the mind to focus. And then focus in the mind, elevate it to a sattvic state. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namo. It has been my privilege to present this brief message to you. Ye mera sandesh hai, this is a very simple message that hopefully you'll remember the jokes that I've told you, right? And you'll remember also about not taking an unclean bucket to the well. And remember every day to clean up the mind and to focus the mind for the objective of the day. I want to thank my brother Sam for this opportunity to present to all of his friends and relatives And we hope that your time here last night and tonight has been meaningful to you. And let me take a moment to tell you that how many of you are coming to Ram Mandir, any one of you, for the first time? Any newcomers here today? One person, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's give those people a wonderful round of applause, please. We welcome you sincerely to Sri Ram Mandir and invite you to join us whenever you can. This mandir is open 7 days a week, 15 hours a day. Sometimes much more than that, but that's the minimum. And we have our Pandit Ramprasad, Pandit Sunil, and Pandit Govind, myself, and many other young Pandit students who are here.